Abdurrahman.
From chapter 13, verse 44.
Chapter 13, verse 45. 44.
This is from Surah Ar-Ra'd. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ويقول الذين كفروا لست مرسلا قل كفى بالله شهيدا بيني وبينكم ومن عنده علم الكتاب. And those who disbelieve say, you are not a messenger. Say, sufficient is Allah as a witness between me and you, and so also is he who possesses knowledge of the book.
Sir, could you kindly give us the meaning, the general meaning of the verse, the general meaning of the verse, particularly وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ عِدُ الْكِتَابِ?
I think particularly about Lasta Mursala, I think that is more important. The non-believers reject the claim of Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as having been sent by God. Now, how would they know it? The sender knows whether he is sent or not, and he does not consult others before others choosing a prophet or a messenger for himself. So the absurdity of this claim is so apparent that with, an authority which they do not possess, which they cannot possess, they go on rejecting the representativeness of Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by denying him that he was sent by God. Can you think of any means or way by which they had known this? No? Everything which Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said related to Rasul Allah. Now, if he was wrong, let's concede, if he was wrong, then how would the deniers of the truth, how those of the idolaters who said this knew that? How they had come to know it? Can you think of anything? So, to begin with, the case is based on absurdity. The only reasonable case could be built by them, if they could build a case, was that you attribute these things to God, and these things are wrong and filthy, or the acts you are calling us towards are bad and evil, so they could not have sprung from God. This they could not do, because every time they themselves refer to the teachings of a prophet, they are good teachings, and they could be proudly related to Allah. So the teaching itself is the greatest proof of the truth of a prophet. But they don't refer to that. They just deny, reject the claim that you are sent by God, of which they have no proof. They cannot have a proof. God should not have spoken loudly to Rasulullah so that the kuffar could also hear that. So that is the first part. The second part, which you thought was more important, was, read again.
وَيَقُولُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَسْتَ مُرْسَلًا قُلْ كَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَكُمْ وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ.
The second mention is that of Allah being Shaheed. So this is a very important part of this verse. Another argument is added to what I have already said. If Allah had not sent him, then his witness, his testification would be most authentic testification. God should have told himself, to people, that he is not right. But God does not show it verbatim. God does not do it verbatim. He does not tell anybody. It has never happened in the history of prophethood that God told the people, no, don't follow him, I have not sent him. This is what never happens. the idea is mad. And I can quote the example of a mad person speaking to another mad person. This applies here. This idea is mad. That God will tell from on high, no, don't follow him, I have not sent him. Somebody visited, what's it called, mad people's asylum? No.
The lunatic?
Where mad people are gathered, what's the word for it?
Pagalkhana, yes. Lunatic, yes. Lunatic, yes.
Not asylum.
Mental hospital.
Lunatic
asylum.
Asylum, is it?
Yes.
Something like that.
Something, anyway. Where lunatics are gathered, the prison is given a special name, which just missed me. But somebody visited a lunatic place where madmen were gathered. So he passed by a tree. Under the tree there was a man who was claiming that he was sent by God. So believe him or they will be destroyed who just reject this claim. As he had finished this, a voice came from the top of the tree. Another madman was sitting over that bough. He said, don't listen to him, I did not send him. It's absolutely false. I never said it. So it's a madman's tale, which applied to these kuffar. When had God ever spoken to people that no, from the top of any tree or anywhere, no, I haven't sent. But he does speak in a language which is sign language and is very clear about it. Those who are sent by God, their future is in the hands of Allah. And the future tells that whatever he prophesies, whatever he does, results in favor of this person and his claims. This is Shahadatullah. So the second part of the verse is a very strong argument that you say I have not been sent. Why should Allah fulfill whatever I say? The future events always speak favorably of me. They speak in fulfillment of what I have prophesied. So that is what they should listen to and they should take care of. And they were witness of this themselves. They did not hear any voices. But the voices of events were loud and clear. And they should have been understood by them. Now the third is the point which you want to understand. Please.
The last one is وَمَنْ إِنْدَهُ إِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ.
وَمَنْ Kitab. Those people who know the knowledge of the book, that is the previous books, particularly the which are contained in Old Testament and the prophecies which are contained in Injil, New Testament. Those people who have the knowledge, real knowledge, you go to them and inquire from them. They cannot deny the truth of Rasulullah because even if they don't believe in him, they will tell you from the Bible that a man of this description is going to be sent by Allah. So although it is possible that Jewish scholars may have hidden the truth and told the questioner that this is not written that Muhammad Rasulullah is the right one, but they would still not deny the fact that the Bible has written these things about one who was to appear in future. If they had read the Bible correctly, which they would naturally, then the person who can draw his own inference from that would be led to truth. Man indahu ilmul kitab are the Bible scholars. And the manner in which they should be asked is what I have explained. If they were asked about what the prophecy was, the nature of prophecy was, they could have told without any hesitation. Got it? I had some difficulty to explain this further, because some people say, I know, that even there are scholars of the Bible today, go and ask them and they would deny this claim. It is done so because they do not understand the real import of this verse. Those, even today, the scholars of today, would not deny the existence of prophecies in the Old Testament and the New Testament, and ask them to point out, and when you read them, the message is very clear that they had to apply to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Correct, no? Yes.